Did you know salamanders are dying? You heard me. Salamanders are dying and we're killing them. It turns out that many of our farms use bad practices that are causing frog, toad, and salamander populations to drop at an alarming rate. Endangered amphibian populations have been declining by 12% each year. Over a third of amphibian populations in the US are declining rapidly. And here's why. It's cheap and easy for big farms to use chemicals like herbicides and pesticides to kill any weeds or bugs in their fields. However, we should not be spraying wildlife with chemicals without considering the repercussions they have on the environment. Salamanders are especially vulnerable to chemicals because they have permeable skin. This means their skin has pores or openings that permit liquids or gases to pass through. Think of salamanders as a sponge for herbicides and pesticides. Some salamanders can even consume water or food infected with chemicals. Scientists have shown that these chemicals have long-term effects on salamander populations. Common herbicides and pesticides such as atrazine and Roundup can prevent the growth of young salamanders, cause life-threatening deformities, or even kill salamanders. This is a problem. Even if farmers didn't spray chemicals, large farms tend to destroy acres of natural salamander habitat, forcing salamanders to find homes on polluted land or die. Studies show that habitats with more forest cover have larger populations of salamanders. When we cut down trees, we remove shade and heat up the forest floor. This can kill salamanders or dry up pools that they breed in. So why should we care? Salamanders are cute, but you probably don't see very many on a daily basis. It turns out the US is home to 1/3 of the world's salamanders. There are 190 species of salamanders in North America alone, and they play a key role in our ecosystem and our lives. Salamanders eat insects and pests that we don't usually like. They help prevent disease, rodent infestation, and crop destruction. They can also reduce the impacts of climate change by eating insects that speed up the release of carbon dioxide and methane from dead plants. Farmers should consider introducing salamander populations to their farms instead of using pesticides. One example of a corporation making a good decision for the environment is the conservation easement made by the Betaravia Farms and the Land Trust for Santa Barbara County in California. This easement preserved 430 acres of natural habitat for salamanders to live on and designated the alternative land for normal farming practices. You see, a step in the right direction. So what can you do? 1. Shop mindfully. The farms you choose to support have a real impact on salamanders. Consider buying produce from farmers that don't use chemical pesticides and herbicides. Talk to local farmers at farmers markets about the methods they are using to try to preserve natural habitats and reduce their footprint on the environment. 2. Protect habitats. You can help prevent habitat loss by learning about the ecosystems in your own community. There might even be salamanders in your own backyard. Consider donating to local conservatories working to protect natural habitats near your home. 3. Speak up. You can support salamander populations by putting pressure on large companies to make agreements that reduce chemical use and preserve habitats. Boycotting products, signing petitions, or sharing this information with friends can encourage farms to make environmentally friendly decisions. Let's work together to save the salamanders. For more information, visit army.usgs.gov.